Oatmeal, a familiar name that many adults over 60 in the United States trust as a superfood breakfast. It is praised for its ability to lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, support digestion, and aid in weight management. But the unfortunate truth is this: more than 80% of seniors who eat oatmeal daily are making serious mistakes that unintentionally destroy all the benefits they are hoping to gain. A bowl of oatmeal prepared the right way can help you maintain energy, promote deep sleep, keep your mind sharp, and even support a healthy body composition. But when prepared the wrong way, choosing the wrong type, cooking it improperly, or adding the wrong toppings, it can spike blood sugar, promote belly fat storage, cause bloating, digestive issues, and even disrupt nighttime sleep. I am Dr. Emily Carter, a specialist in senior health with more than 20 years of clinical experience. In today's video, I will reveal the 10 most common mistakes people over 60 make when eating oatmeal, mistakes that most other videos fail to mention, along with simple but science-based solutions to help you transform oatmeal into a true golden morning medicine, instead of a sweet trap that fuels inflammation and hidden fatigue. Stay with me until the end to see which mistake you might be making, and comment below. Which oatmeal mistake am I making? Because sometimes a single small change today can be the turning point for your health tomorrow. When eaten correctly, oatmeal truly is a secret weapon for adults over 60. First, it contains a high amount of beta-glucan, a soluble fiber proven in multiple studies, such as the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2020 and to reduce harmful LDL cholesterol by 5 to 10% after just a few weeks of consistent intake. Second, oatmeal has a low glycemic index when prepared properly, helping to stabilize post-meal blood sugar, a critical benefit for those living with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, according to the American Diabetes Association. Third, oatmeal is rich in avenanthramides, antioxidants unique to oats, that Harvard nutrition researchers have highlighted for their ability to reduce inflammation, support blood flow, and soothe the endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels, which is essential for protecting heart health in older adults. Beyond that, oatmeal provides magnesium, iron, zinc, vitamin B1, and manganese, nutrients crucial for deep sleep, energy recovery, and maintaining muscle function after age 60. But the most important thing is this: these benefits only appear when you eat oatmeal the right way. Unfortunately, most seniors are breaking oatmeal's health potential from the very first step without realizing it. Mistake 1: choosing flavored instant oatmeal. One of the biggest and most common mistakes I see among older adults in the U.S. is choosing flavored instant oatmeal. These products are packaged for convenience, with flavors like apple cinnamon, maple syrup, or strawberry. But in reality, they contain an average of 10 to 16 grams of added sugar per serving, according to data from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. And if you combine them with sweetened milk, ripe bananas, or honey, the total sugar content of your breakfast can easily reach 30 to 35 grams, far above the maximum daily limit recommended by the American Heart Association, which is 24 grams for women and 36 grams for men. For older adults, that much sugar doesn't just raise blood glucose rapidly. It also triggers excessive insulin responses, leaving you fatigued and sleepy after meals, while silently driving belly fat accumulation over time. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2019, found that eating a high-sugar breakfast for just 2 weeks reduced insulin sensitivity by up to 25% in older adults. So if you think you're starting your day healthy but are using flavored instant oats, you might actually be undermining your efforts. The solution is crystal clear: choose plain rolled oats or steel-cut oats, and control sweetness with your own natural add-ins, like low-sugar fresh fruit, cinnamon, or chia seeds. The simpler and lower in added sugar, the more oatmeal becomes a true ally for your heart health, blood sugar balance, and longevity. Mistake 2: not adding protein and healthy fats. Many older adults believe that a single bowl of oatmeal in the morning is sufficient for a healthy breakfast, but they overlook the fact that oatmeal contains only about 5 grams of protein per cooked serving and almost no fat. For people over 60, an age when muscle mass naturally begins to decline, the actual protein requirement increases significantly from 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram per day, according to the National Institute on Aging. If you weigh 70 kilos, you need at least 70 Ls to 84 grams of protein daily, which is impossible to achieve if breakfast consists only of plain oatmeal. Insufficient protein in the morning makes it harder for the body to repair tissue, accelerates muscle loss, causes fatigue, and can even negatively impact memory and physical endurance. At the same time, without healthy fats added to oatmeal, you cannot fully absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, nutrients essential for immunity, vision, hormones, and bone health. My advice is this: always add a high-quality protein source to your oatmeal, such as Greek yogurt, boiled eggs, peanut butter, or unsweetened whey protein. And don't forget to include a small portion of good fats like extra virgin olive oil, ground flaxseed, walnuts, or almonds. When you combine oatmeal correctly with protein and healthy fats, your breakfast not only keeps you full longer, but also becomes a powerful tool for muscle health, blood sugar stability, and sustainable longevity. Mistake 3. Not soaking oatmeal before eating. Another mistake many adults over 60 often overlook is skipping the soaking step before cooking or consuming oatmeal, especially rolled oats or steel-cut oats. Not soaking oatmeal not only makes it harder and longer to cook, but also reduces the absorption of key minerals such as zinc, iron, magnesium, and calcium, micronutrients that are already absorbed less efficiently with age. The reason is that oatmeal, like many whole grains, contains phytates, also known as phytic acid. This compound acts as a mineral blocker, preventing the body from absorbing a significant portion of these nutrients. A study published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology, 2016, found that soaking oats for 6 to 8 hours significantly reduced phytate levels, thereby improving iron absorption by up to 50% in adults. For older individuals facing anemia or hidden osteoporosis, this is particularly important. In addition, soaking activates natural enzymes within the oat grain, softening its fiber structure and making it easier for the stomach to digest. If you often experience bloating, indigestion, or heaviness after eating oatmeal, the cause may be insufficient soaking. My advice: soak oats in warm water for 4 to 8 hours, or ideally overnight. For overnight oats, simply add milk or unsweetened nut milk. Cover, refrigerate, and enjoy directly the next morning without cooking. This simple but highly effective step can maximize the nutritional benefits of oatmeal for adults over 60. Mistake 4. Eating undercooked oatmeal. Another serious mistake, especially for older adults with sensitive digestive systems, is eating oatmeal that is not fully cooked. Many people, either because they are in a rush or because they follow healthy online recipes, consume rolled oats or steel-cut oats in a half-raw, half-cooked form, thinking it preserves more nutrients. But the truth is, undercooked oatmeal can cause bloating, indigestion, intestinal fermentation, and even persistent abdominal discomfort, particularly for those with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or reduced digestive enzyme activity that naturally declines with age. According to a review in the World Journal of Gastroenterology, 2020, the digestibility of beta-glucan and resistant starch in grains increases significantly after being cooked at the proper temperature, reducing the burden on both the small and large intestine. For seniors, especially those with weak teeth or swallowing difficulties, eating raw or undercooked oats also carries the risk of choking or failing to absorb sufficient energy. To maximize the benefits, you should cook oatmeal for the appropriate time depending on the type. Rolled oats for about 5-7 minutes, steel-cut oats for at least 15 to 20 minutes, or in a pressure cooker. If you use quick oats, just 1-2 minutes of cooking is enough. And if you enjoy overnight oats, make sure they have been soaked long enough and combined with milk or yogurt to soften their texture, avoiding the risk of eating them dry. A little patience in cooking ensures a healthier digestive system and prevents unnecessary issues as you age. Mistake 5. Overcooking oatmeal. Do you think the longer you cook oatmeal, the softer and better it is for digestion? In reality, overcooking oatmeal can destroy one of its most valuable nutrients, beta-glucan fiber. This soluble fiber has been proven to lower harmful LDL cholesterol, stabilize post-meal blood sugar, and improve cardiovascular health, benefits that are especially important for adults over 60. According to research published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism, 2012, cooking oatmeal at high heat for extended periods can reduce the activity of beta-glucan by up to 40%, which means losing nearly half of its anti-inflammatory and metabolic benefits. Overcooking also makes oatmeal excessively mushy, which can reduce appetite and enjoyment for older adults, who often already experience a diminished sense of taste. To get the most out of oatmeal, cook it for the right duration. Rolled oats for 5 to 7 minutes after boiling, and steel-cut oats after soaking overnight and cooking for about 15 minutes or in a pressure cooker. By controlling both time and temperature, you preserve the nutrients and enjoy a bowl of oatmeal that is soft, tasty, and easy to digest. Ideal for senior health. Mistake 6. Eating oatmeal as a main meal but without enough energy. Another common issue I see is using oatmeal as a main meal, but not providing enough total energy, particularly at breakfast or lunch. A bowl of cooked oatmeal contains only about 150 to 170 calories, and if you eat plain oats mixed with water, without toppings, protein, or healthy fats, that meal is simply inadequate to nourish the body. For older adults, who have unique nutritional needs but are also prone to appetite loss and silent weight loss, this is a critical mistake. According to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, adults over 60 need an average of 1,600 to 2,200 calories per day, depending on activity level and health status. A plain oatmeal breakfast leaves a significant gap in calories, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals, increasing the risk of muscle catabolism, lower immunity, and persistent fatigue throughout the day. That is why, if you want oatmeal to truly be a golden breakfast, it must be combined with the right additions. My advice: always include at least 1 to 2 nutrient-dense add-ins in your oatmeal, such as a boiled egg, a tablespoon of peanut butter, a handful of walnuts, or a spoonful of Greek yogurt. These simple additions can raise your meal to an ideal 300 to 400 calories, improve satiety, stabilize blood sugar, protect muscle mass, and help seniors maintain both physical strength and mental clarity all day long. Mistake 7. Eating too much oatmeal at once. One mistake that seems harmless but is very common is eating too much oatmeal in a single meal. I have met many older patients who believe that the more oatmeal you eat, the better it is for heart health, and they consume 2 or even 3 bowls of cooked oatmeal at once. In reality, this can backfire. A single bowl of cooked oatmeal contains about 27 grams of carbohydrates and 4 grams of fiber, according to data from USDA Food Data Central. If you double or triple the portion, your carbohydrate intake can exceed 80 grams, equivalent to a large serving of rice, and that can cause significant post-meal blood sugar spikes in people at risk for diabetes. Too much fiber at one time can also lead to bloating, gas, diarrhea, or even constipation if the body cannot adjust quickly enough. A study published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology, 2019, emphasized that a sudden increase in dietary fiber can disrupt bowel motility in adults over 60. For this reason, the appropriate portion for each meal should be only about 1 to 1 bowl of cooked oatmeal, combined with protein and healthy fats, to improve satiety and balance nutrition. The key is not eating as much oatmeal as possible at once, but rather eating the right amount consistently every day to gain long-term benefits for heart health, blood sugar control, and digestive wellness. Mistake 8. Not drinking enough water. When eating oatmeal. The next mistake, often accompanying the habit of eating large portions of oatmeal, is not drinking enough water. Oatmeal is rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber, especially beta-glucan. Once inside the body, this fiber absorbs water, swells, and forms a gel that slows the absorption of sugar and cholesterol. But if you do not drink enough water, this gel can become a burden on the digestive tract, leading to constipation, bloating, or even intestinal blockage in older adults. According to Mayo Clinic, when you increase fiber intake, you must also increase your water intake, with an average recommendation of 1.5 to 2 liters of water per day for healthy adults, depending on heart and kidney function. For adults over 60, forgetting to drink water is even more common because the natural sense of thirst decreases with age. A study in the Journal of Gerontology, 2015, showed that more than 40% of older adults in the U.S. live with chronic, unrecognized dehydration. If you eat oatmeal regularly without balancing your fluid intake, the benefits of fiber are reversed, causing indigestion and reducing blood sugar control. My advice? Drink 1 full glass of water about 15 minutes before your meal, and another small glass about 30 minutes after eating oatmeal. This not only allows fiber to work at its maximum potential, but also supports detoxification, protects kidney function, and helps maintain stable blood pressure in seniors. Mistake 9. Not adjusting blood sugar if you have diabetes or use insulin. One very dangerous mistake many adults over 60 make is eating oatmeal without adjusting their blood sugar or medication if they have diabetes or use insulin. Although oatmeal is generally considered a low glycemic index food, if you combine it with honey, ripe bananas, dried fruit, or sweetened milk, the glycemic load of the meal can double. According to the American Diabetes Association, eating oatmeal incorrectly can raise post-meal blood glucose by 50 to 75 mg/dL in people with type 2 diabetes. In addition, a study published in Nutrients, 2021 scene, showed that when oatmeal is combined with protein and healthy fats, the blood sugar response improves significantly, keeping glucose stable for 3 to 4 hours after eating. But if eaten alone, especially in instant form, patients may experience late hypoglycemia or difficulty controlling insulin. My advice: if you are using insulin or glucose-lowering medication, always monitor your blood sugar at home after meals. Choose plain oats, such as steel-cut or rolled oats, and add protein sources like eggs, Greek yogurt, or walnuts to reduce the glycemic index. Personalizing oatmeal intake for seniors with diabetes not only prevents cardiovascular complications, but also helps maintain stable energy throughout the day. Mistake 10. Eating oatmeal for dinner or too close to bedtime. The final mistake, and one that few people pay attention to, is eating oatmeal too late in the evening or right before bed. For older adults, this can cause insomnia, nighttime urination, and disrupted overnight blood sugar. Oatmeal is a carbohydrate-rich food, and when eaten late, it stimulates insulin, which interferes with the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2017, found that carbohydrate-heavy meals right before bedtime reduce REM sleep quality and increase the likelihood of nighttime awakenings. Furthermore, oatmeal absorbs water, which can worsen nocturia, especially in men with prostate issues or those taking diuretics. This leads to chronic sleep deprivation, affecting memory, blood pressure, and cardiovascular health. The medical advice is clear. If you want to eat oatmeal in the evening, do so at least 3 hours before bedtime, paired with light protein such as yogurt or nuts to prevent rapid blood sugar spikes. Even better, prioritize oatmeal for breakfast or lunch, when the body needs energy and has plenty of time to digest. With just this timing adjustment, oatmeal transforms into a golden breakfast rather than a hidden culprit that robs you of restful sleep. After going through the 10 most common mistakes, I want to emphasize one thing. Oatmeal is truly one of the golden foods for adults over 60, but only when eaten correctly. Research from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health shows that oatmeal, rich in beta-glucan, can reduce LDL cholesterol by 5 to 10%, stabilize blood sugar, and support weight control. However, to unlock its full benefits, you need a clear strategy. First, choose steel-cut oats or plain rolled oats, and avoid flavored instant versions with added sugar. Second, always combine oatmeal with protein and healthy fats such as Greek yogurt, eggs, walnuts, or olive oil to stabilize blood sugar and nourish muscles, something the National Institute on Aging emphasizes as critical for older adults. Third, keep portions reasonable, about 1/2 to 1 cooked cup, while drinking enough water so the fiber works effectively without causing constipation. And finally, personalize your oatmeal routine according to your health condition, especially if you have diabetes, kidney disease, or use insulin. When you apply these principles, oatmeal is no longer just a tasty breakfast, but a natural medicine that supports heart health, hormone balance, steady energy, and longevity after 60. As you can see, oatmeal can truly become a secret weapon for adults over 60 to maintain cardiovascular health, regulate blood sugar, prevent muscle loss, and improve digestion, but only if you know how to eat it correctly. Research from the Journal of Nutrition confirmed that as little as 3 grams of beta-glucan from oatmeal daily is enough to reduce the risk of heart disease. But if you fall into the mistakes I've shared today, you risk losing all of these benefits. That's why I urge you to review how you are eating oatmeal and start making adjustments today to transform it into a real golden breakfast. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe to Senior Health Zone, and turn on notifications so you don't miss evidence-based nutrition guidance for people over 60. And I want to hear from you. Have you ever made one of these 10 mistakes with oatmeal? Comment below with your answer, because even one small change today can make a huge difference in your health and longevity for years to come.